I should introduce the squad.
I mean, we could just read our bios on the newspaper.
Oh, dude, that's such a good idea! I didn't even think of that.
Have you seen Jason's bio? I'm too lazy to write anything on my description. Like, that's so...
Cameron is in 8th grade, interesting, and he loves to he loves to boss little kids around. John is John Thomas, and he is in geometry. I love how Brian's description, Brian is Drum for Life 9, by the way, is, I have memorized 30 digits of pi after the 3, and then he proceeds to type out some of them. If I go Google digits of pi, like, I could just copy and paste. That proves, this right here proves absolutely nothing. We wrote a school newspaper a long time ago, and we're reacting to it. This is the newspaper gang, of course, me, Cameron, John, Jason. There are other people in the newspaper, but this is just the squad that was able to meet up at 11:43 p.m. the night before this video comes out. This is like the most strange compilation of nonsense that comes from each of our brains that you could imagine. Ooh, brilliant. Dude, okay, hold on, go down to who should Miss Samato's date. I'm just going through to see if there are any, blank, hope we answered your question. Winky emoji.
How to flirt and be successful advice.
Alright, John, here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna intensely flirt with you, and you have to tell me your attraction level from 1 to 10. 1, say things you like about them. John, you're so muscular. So, what do you think? Am I, like, on your radar, so to speak?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Alright.
These are only things that will come out at 11:51.
4, stalk them and find out about their likes and dislikes to see how much you have in common. John, so I'm currently outside your house looking through your window. So, are you attracted yet?
Oh, that guy put it way up there.
Why are there so many advice question things about trying to, like, flirt and become, you know, more popular or get a girlfriend? Like, they realize the people who are writing the newspaper are, like, the biggest nerds in the whole school, right? I always found it funny how top news is on the bottom. Do you guys remember our biggest news breakthrough ever?
There was a big push to institute recycling, but then they just never followed through with it, and they just, at the end of the day, they just emptied all the recycling bins into the trash bin. Like nothing ever happened.
We should go to the one-picture comic strips. Sorry, sarcasm falls out of my mouth like stupidity falls out of yours. Dude! Epic burn!
The blue fuzzy one. What?
Whoa!
Never try to argue with an irrational number. And it's numbers it's pi! Pi the number, like the one Brian knows 30 digits of! Dude, I see what they did there! And then we got a purple thing, and a green thing. and then just nothing. There's just nothing. And then a brown thing. Dude. John, where did you find these? The number of letters in this month. April. Okay. The first is what holiday? No spaces. Wait, that doesn't fit. Oh, April Fool's Day. Dude, why does it say that 4? Oh, wait. Wait, why did I put in 4 as 5 letters? Wikipedia is a very untrustworthy site. This article is not going to be long, but with no hacking experience whatsoever, I managed to make and prove my point. Man, I didn't even see that. John would go to, like, quickfacts.org and then copy and paste.
Did you guys know that in 1994, a man was arrested because he was dressed as the Grim Reaper and just stared into the windows of a home for the elderly?
Is that true? Wait, is that actually true?
I feel like that's mildly inappropriate for a middle school newspaper.
Pykansky's profound facts. The rabid dingo is not considered a dog. The longest fence in the world was built to keep out dingoes. Rabid dingoes are Ryan Pie's favorite type of dingoes. And on Groundhog Day, Phil the Groundhog is approximately 39% correct. Why are 3 of them about dingoes and the last one is just about the groundhog? At this point, none of us knew anything about sports.
Did we have to get other people to write them because we couldn't?
Oh yeah, we did. We asked random people in the school to write these. Today we are talking about sports. Sports have an S in it. A triangle that has an S in the center of it has an S. Except there are... What is this?
Illuminati confirmed. That sounds like Max.
In every interview, we would use a joke question. So the joke question for Mr. Brown was, is it true that you're going to bring a poisonous gas that could kill us all? And he answered, probably.
You know, there's at one point where Cameron was interviewing a teacher, right? He wrote, and this is Miss Max Antonio, a student teacher who is no longer with us.
Oh, yeah!
And it sounded like he had died instead of...
I didn't realize what that meant at the time.
I love how terrible the joke questions are. Like, they're not even funny. This is for the math teacher, by the way. Mrs. Craig was a math teacher. Joke. Is it true that you lived in Algebra Town on Math Lane? Nope! Exclamation mark. Mrs. Crane preferred not to show her photo. Is it true that you don't believe in the moon? Is it true that you are a 50-year-old spy from the planet Florida? I love how unenthused all these students look. What is your favorite aspect of winter? And then answering different questions and stuff, and then just a picture of them. He looks like he just wants to, like, curl up in a ball and rock back and forth in the corner. Like, he does not look like he wants to be here. Two kids with one jumping on the other one. Dude, there's Miss Samatos, the one we were trying to get a date for. For the main part of the video, the stories, probably the best part of the entire school newspaper. Dude, why did Kevin write a book? Why did Kevin just write, like, he just wrote sagas?
Guess what I just found?
What did you just found?
An expert from Ryan the Leprechaun.
An excerpt from Ryan the Leprechaun. Wait, where? Oh, dude, I didn't even see that.
John goes out onto the streets to see the leprechaun. There was a large amount of high-tech military bases and weapons to take out the leprechaun. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The leprechaun was eating Birmingham. John saw him plain as day. He started to get bigger and bigger until he was larger than the moon. Then he hopped on two buses, using them as roller skates, and started towards London. Ryan the Leprechaun grabbed Big Ben and used it as a bat against the oncoming planes. Then he shoved Big Ben down his throat.
I have Ryan the Leprechaun, a physical copy here. Should I get it and just show them the end of the book?
Oh, that's such a great idea. I don't even know what we were thinking making this thing.
They had to write a story for some class. They decided to write it about me, being a leprechaun who eats Earth. This is right where John left off. Then he shoved Big Ben down his throat. And here's even a picture of Big Ben. I didn't know that this was happening until after they had finished the story and turned it in for a grade. Why are you doing this? John asked Ryan. Ryan fell down. 'Cause I'm so lonely. Tears the size of houses poured out of his eyes and landed into his beard. I actually want someone else to read this. Jason, do you want to read this? Because you haven't said much this video.
I do not want to read this.
I didn't really remember the part about biting children. Two trolls named Max and John. Oh, this must have been revenge for the leprechaun thing. Made it imperfect with their gross, slimy ways of life.
I feel attacked after that.
Because you definitely didn't write a story about me being a leprechaun eating Birmingham.
I didn't call you gross, though.
Yeah, you're right. You called me lonely.
That's funny, though.
It's on the beginning of the newspaper. In the bold red text, the newspaper crew has decided to close the DMS newspaper. Thanks, everybody who wrote and edited articles. Come and join us. We are especially in need now, so there's high acceptance rate for articles.
Ludwig 7, boys. Ludwig 7. It's farewell newspaper.